Student, we are going to teach the chemistry in our syllabus. The third chapter is the ionic equilibrium. Today we will see that third chapter, that is the ionic equilibria. That is the name of the chapter, ionic equilibrium. Now, in this chapter, first of all, we'll discuss about the first one, introduction. Then second one is the types of electrolyte. Third point is the degree of dissociation. These are the 3 points. Today we will see the one by one. You know that the ionic equilibrium. Ionic equilibrium, there are the two words. One is the ionic and second is the equilibrium. Ionic means what? This ionic is nothing but in the form of ions or associated with ions. That is called the ionic. Second one is the equilibrium. Now this equilibrium is the plural number of equilibrium, and you know that equilibrium is nothing but the state of perfect balance. Equilibrium is nothing but the state of perfect balance, and that is nothing but the equilibrium. Therefore, that ionic equilibrium is nothing but the equilibrium between the ions and the unionized molecules. Before that, we are seeing the previous year the chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium is what? That chemical equilibrium is that reaction at which the stage of the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction. That is nothing but the which one? The chemical equilibrium. And that chemical equilibrium is explained in 11th class. And in that chemical equilibrium, that contains the equilibrium constant, then a weak electrolyte, then the reaction between the ions and the unionized molecules. Then we have to study in a detail in a ionic equilibrium. Means ionic equilibrium is what? The ionic equilibrium is nothing but the reaction or the species in which the ions and the non-ionized molecules, the equilibrium between the two is known as the ionic equilibrium. It means that in ionic equilibrium that contains first is the charge, second one is the electrolyte. Electrolyte means what? And the third one is the ions H plus or the hydroxyl ions. That charge, whether the negative or the positive, that is the charge particles. Secondly, what is meant by the electrolyte? Then third one is the how can explain the H plus and the OH minus ions in a weak electrolyte. Now first one by one, charge, that is a negative or the positive. That reaction which involve the positive and the negative ions. Secondly, the electrolyte. Electrolyte is what? That is what is substance. Substance which conduct the electricity, or that electrolyte which contains the charged particles or the ions. Electrolyte which do not, or that contains the ions and which produce the electricity, that is nothing but the electrolyte. And you know very well, non-electrolyte which do not contain the electricity, that is called the non-electrolyte. Now firstly, the electrolyte, what are the types of electrolyte? That electrolyte would have two types. That depends upon the extent of the ionization. Then first type is the strong electrolyte. Second one is the weak electrolyte. Now these are the main two types of the electrolyte. And that strong electrolyte means what? Strong electrolyte is nothing but that substance or that electrolyte which dissolve in the water, and to produce the large number of the ions, which one? The H plus and the OH minus ions, completely dissociated, completely ionized. Therefore, that is known as the strong electrolyte. Now, for example, the HCl. Then another example is the H2SO4. Next one is the NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Now, these are called the strong electrolyte. Why this is called the strong electrolyte? Because when the HCl dissolve in water, or that is in an aqueous form, it means that the HCl that is in aqueous form, which gives the H plus and the Cl minus ions. Then that strong electrolyte HCl, which gives the H plus and Cl minus ion, which dissociate completely, which is separated completely. Now, out of this, suppose let us consider out of these 100 molecules, the only 99% will be dissociated or the ionized. Therefore, that strong electrolyte is nothing but that electrolyte which dissociate completely, almost completely, is known as the strong electrolyte. Another example is the sodium hydroxide, that is in aqueous form. That is what? Aqueous is nothing but which is prepared in water. Therefore, which gives the sodium, that is the ions, and the hydroxyl ions. These are the strong electrolyte which dissociates completely, which ionize completely. This is called the strong electrolyte. Then the second type is the weak electrolyte. Weak electrolyte is what? That is a weak electrolyte. Weak means what? That is the small extent dissociated, or that electrolyte which is dissolved in water, then to produce the less number of the ions, or feebly ionized, feebly dissociated. That is nothing but the weak electrolyte. Example for this weak electrolyte is the CS3COOH, that is acetic acid. Then another one is the ammonium hydroxide. Then if you consider the acetic acid which gives the CS3COO minus plus H plus. Then another one is the ammonium hydroxide is aqueous form. Then ammonium plus and the hydrogen ions. Therefore, this CH3COH it gives the, that is in equilibrium form. Now in weak electrolyte, that substance dissociated, that is in equilibrium form, that is a double arrow which involve the ions and the unionized molecules. That is the feebly ionized. That's why you can write here the acetate ions and the H plus ions. That is a small amount of the ions are formed, less amount are feebly ionized. Another example, ammonium hydroxide, that is in equilibrium one. Then ammonium plus and the OH minus ions. These are called the strong and the weak electrolyte. In short, the strong electrolyte is nothing but that electrolyte which dissociate completely, which almost completely in the solution is known as the strong electrolyte. And secondly, that weak electrolyte is the electrolyte in which dissociate the small extent in an aqueous solution or the less number or the feebly ionized in the solution is known as the weak electrolyte. There are the two types of that electrolyte. Then another one, third point is the degree of dissociation. Degree can be small and dissociation, that is a separation. Means a small dissociation or the degree of dissociation means that means what? The fraction, small amount of dissociation. Which dissociation? That means ions are dissociation. Therefore, degree of dissociation is nothing but the fraction of total fraction of the number of molecules dissociated to the total number of molecules present. That is nothing but the degree of dissociation. Now, for example, suppose we have to consider here let us consider there is one container which contains the one electrolyte, that is suppose the NaCl. That is a NaCl, or the another one, suppose the X is the electrolyte. Then which dissociate. How much dissociate? Small fraction. Fraction is what? Means out of this 100%, only 2 will be the dissociated. It means that degree of dissociation is nothing but the number of dissociated molecules. Here, number of dissociated molecule to the total number of moles present, and that is nothing but the alpha. This alpha which indicate the degree of dissociation. Therefore, the alpha here in this figure, the number of dissociated molecule is the 2% out of this 100. Total is the total 100, and therefore this 2% dissociated means very very small, dissociated or ionized out of this 100. Therefore, alpha is equal to 0.2, and that is a very very small, and that's why the degree of dissociation is the small fraction of the ions dissociated to the out of 100. That is nothing but the degree of dissociation. Another one, if you calculate the percentage of dissociation, therefore, if you take the percentage dissociation or ionization, ain't nothing but the alpha is degree of dissociation, percentage is 100, multiplies 100, and that is nothing but the degree of or the percentage dissociation. And another factor affecting the that is the fourth point, is a factor affecting the degree of the dissociation. What factor to affect the degree of dissociation? Now, first factor is the nature of solute. That is the first factor. Second one is the nature of solvent. Then third one is the concentration of solution. And last one, fourth one, is the temperature of solution. Now, these are the four factors. That is not four factors. That is not in your syllabus. But only you should know what factor to affect that degree of dissociation. And there are the four factors to affect the degree of dissociation, like the solute, solvent, solution, concentration of solution, and temperature. Now, these are the main points under the heading of ionic equilibria, like the types of electrode, degree of dissociation, and factor. Now, this is about the 3 points. Then another point we will discuss the next lecture.